Here to keep the chase going, share information, spread unity, preserve our heritage and our culture. We're trying to achieve something that you just can't catch. We're always trying to find a better way, trying to make better dogs. That's what Dixie Doggers Podcast is. That's who we are.
This episode is brought to you by Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company. Marc Rankin specializes in Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle in Oglethorpe County, Georgia. You can contact him at 407-832-2077. 407-832-2077. This episode is also brought to you by Phil Wilson of UC Hunting Properties. If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. You can contact him at 678-791-3483, 678-791-3483, or visit his website down below in the description. Like human colds, kennel cough itself can have multiple causes. Kennel cough, also known as canine infectious respiratory disease, CIRD, or infectious tracheobronchitis, is a highly contagious respiratory disease in dogs. Dogs can develop kennel cough approximately 2 to 14 days after exposure. The most common cause is the bacterium Bordetella bronchioseptica, hence why it is often referred to as Bordetella. Most of the time, the dog is also infected with a virus at the same time. Canine adenovirus, canine distemper virus, canine herpes virus, canine influenza virus, parainfluenza virus, and canine reovirus all make dogs more susceptible to contracting Bordetella infection. They contract it by inhaling bacteria or virus particles into their respiratory tract. Typically, this tract is lined with a mucus coating. The coating is designed to help track infectious particles, but there are a number of factors that can weaken this, such as exposure to crowded or poorly ventilated conditions, cold temperatures, exposure to dust or cigarette smoke, and travel-induced stress. This can all contribute to an inflammation of the larynx, the voice box, and the trachea, the windpipe. Symptoms are primarily persistent and forceful coughs, but also sneezing, a runny nose, tracheal sensitivity, and eye discharge. Most dogs recover in 1 to 3 weeks, but for older dogs and medical conditions, it can last longer. Continuous infection and sickness with kennel cough can lead to pneumonia, so keep an eye out if your dog doesn't recover in a couple weeks. Symptoms can include lethargy, loss of appetite, fever, and a greenish-yellowish discharge from their nose. So if you see these things, be wary of pneumonia as well. As a very contagious disease, isolation and disinfection is great to help reduce the spread. There's no specific treatment for kennel cough, although most cases will resolve without treatment. Medications may be used to speed recovery or minimize symptoms during the course of the infection. These include antibiotics that target the Bordetella bacteria, as well as cough suppressants and anti-inflammatory medicines. There are 3 forms of vaccine for kennel cough: an injection under the skin, a nasal mist, and one given orally. Although these vaccines may help, they do not guarantee protection against kennel cough or infectious tracheobronchitis because it can be caused by so many different kinds of bacteria and viruses. Also, it is important to realize that none of the forms of kennel cough vaccination will treat active infections. The intranasal and oral kennel cough vaccinations are typically given to dogs once a year, but sometimes are recommended every 6 months for dogs at high risk for kennel cough. Kennel cough is not the only reason dogs cough. A dog may be coughing because of fungal infections. Yeast and other fungi can be picked up and dirted through the air. There are prescription medications that can help. Heartworms, spread by mosquitoes, monthly medication. We'll have a whole other segment on that. Canine distemper, heart disease. Leaky valves and other problems can weaken and thicken the heart muscle, which puts pressure on the lung and airways. So, congestive heart failure. Fluid in the lungs caused by that can cause coughing. Lung problems in general. They may suck in some dirt, get some grass, food, anything, any kind of general lung problem that somebody could get or a dog could get. Collapse of the trachea. If the rings on the cartilage on the dog's trachea or windpipe weaken, it can lead to tracheal collapse. It is a progressive condition that can cause a harsh, dry cough, vomiting, and difficulty breathing. It is more common in small dogs. If infected with kennel cough, dogs that are still coughing are contagious. Ideally, wait at least 2 weeks after their last cough before exposing them to other dogs. I'll have links down below in the description for all the sources and where to get some of these vaccines. If y'all have constant reinfections, if y'all try some of these vaccines or any vaccines, or if y'all use some vaccines, reach out, let us know, and let us know what's working for y'all so we can share with the community. Thank y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for our new episodes every Monday and Wednesday. For questions, advertising, or just to chat, email DixieDoggers01@gmail.com.